And now I'm joined by Anthony Bello, Senior Director for Market Development at the Security Practice at OpenText. Anthony, welcome. We're going to talk security. What are the big opportunities around security now for customers like yours?
Well, thanks for having me, and I think to your point, there's a huge opportunity for security today, particularly as it relates to folks whose responsibility it is to protect sensitive information for their organization. So no different as when all of our documents were managed by paper 30 years ago, we locked them up and there was technology, in that case file cabinets, available for us to lock them up in.
Yep.
Just so as we go through digital transformation, we need the digital equivalent of a safe box to ensure that our secrets, our sensitive information, our customers' information is protected from both insiders and external folks who might be looking to steal that information.
Okay, great. Now, I know your background is around incident response and investigation, and you came with the guidance software acquisition.
That's right.
I've heard you talk before about shining a light inside the firewall. Tell us a little bit more about what that means.
Well, so traditional security and the type of security many of our viewers might be familiar with is one whereby we try to stop anything from getting inside. We have our door and our lock, and the goal is to stop. However, that's not something that's realistic, as we've seen through all sorts of news and stories that have come out over the past months and years, whereby even organizations who have invested in security are not 100% secure. So it's important, back to the shining the light analogy, to look just as much inside for potential threats as you look outside for potential threats.
For OpenText, as a company that deals with lots of data and content, that having that security close to all the data, that's a big thing for you guys.
Well, it's not just a big thing for us having security close to the data. I think that's where the market's moving.
Okay.
And also think, given that we're not trying to protect, the secret isn't the laptop, the secret isn't the server, it's the data resident on the server. How close can we give security teams and even content managers the visibility they need to understand and ensure that that information is secure, safe, protected, and isn't being abused in any way, again, whether it be a insider threat, your Snowden case, or some kind of hacker trying to break in and steal that information.
Okay, now how do you convince people that security is more than a painful thing they have to deal with, and it's actually a strategic kind of digital transformation thing?
No, that's a really good question. How do people come about to the understanding they need a degree of security in place? If you were to ask me this question 10 years ago, I would have said, it's a very difficult conversation. Folks have to first admit that they could be breached before understanding the need for the type of security that we provide as OpenText Encase. Today that's a lot less the case, particularly as we've seen GDPR, PCI, payment card industry, data security standard, HIPAA in the States for medical information. All these regulations around sensitive data now have a requirement for security and real penalties if an organization is found to have been breached without the prerequisite security that, for example, GDPR might be prescribed.
Feels like a different era, because
it is.
We're all, as enterprises, pretty sophisticated now, but we're all consumers.
That's
We're all understanding about privacy and data retention and all these things. So you guys are on that page.
And that's what's driving the, I think, broader market awareness. Isn't so much, I need to secure things, it's, I need to ensure that my customer's privacy is respected. I need to make sure that folks without authorization aren't accessing this information, that our customers are trusting us to hold for them.
Yeah. So where's the innovation in this area?
So that's one of the exciting things about coming to OpenText. There's such an array of technology here, and a few that are really interesting as it relates to security. So one of the challenges we've seen in the information security space is the scope of the problem. The attackers are using automation. The attackers are employing machine learning techniques in order to best understand how to break into an organization, and there's not enough people to address the problem on the defender side. If I've got an attacker that's hitting me 10,000 times a day, and I've got two people that have to go through all those alerts and see, is it real, is it not? Well, we need to start applying our own machine learning type capabilities to this problem, and that's where we're going to see innovation for security within OpenText,
Right.
looking at technologies like Magellan and how leveraging a machine learning capability can take a lot of this heavy lifting out of the security analyst's day to help them
Right.
go through those 10,000 alerts that are popping up in their system to help find that one individual out of 100,000 employees
Yeah.
that's doing something funny with sensitive information today.
Right.
We don't know what yet,
Yeah.
but we know they're accessing it in a way that's unusual and perhaps a threat.
And this is where I wanted to get to in terms of OpenText and specific ways you're helping with specific solutions. You mentioned Magellan.
That's right.
Around sort of automation and AI. So are there going to be more announcements? Is this the developing area for you?
Well, this is a developing area for us.
Yeah.
We've started working with some of the business intelligence technology at OpenText to build what in the security space would be called a threat hunting capability. So
Right.
being able to, through a dashboard view, click through various indicators, various anomalies, and look for potential risks. That was step one. Step
Okay.
two is now working with the data scientists at OpenText, working with our customers, and determining what pervasive use cases exist in security investigations that we can apply machine learning to help automate and accelerate for our customers.
Okay, great stuff. Well, we hope to catch up with you again soon.
Yeah,
Anthony
look forward to
DeBello,
it. Thank
thank
you.
you very much.